Player retention. Surely you've heard of it. Surprisingly enough, I don't think anyone's really spoken this topic. That's why your local philosophical homeless man is here to talk about it. Well, what defines player retention? My interpretation would be something that keeps you interested in a game. This can literally be anything. It can be something complicated, like mechanics. Or it can literally be as simple as, oh my god, character hot.
Dude, I want to jerk off! Fuck! I want to jerk off! Look at this!
Let's jump into the nitty-gritty of why this affects us. I think there is a split of what makes good and bad player retention. Let's go over first what makes for good player retention. This is that shot of dopamine that makes you not want to stop playing because you yourself want to take another whiff of black tar heroin.
Come on, just give it, bitch. Thank you very much. And go finish.
Contrary to my musings, it's usually due to healthy design that will be positively reinforcing your inclination to play, aka having fun. Wow, it really feels like grass. It's 4 in the morning, but you gotta progress. I want to unlock this so bad. Oh my god, man. Bro, how many characters are in this game? I'm not really an achievement hunter, but there's definitely people out there who are interested. Cool things that your friends have been waiting for you to do so they can talk all about it. The gameplay is engrossing. The mechanics are interesting. I literally shouldn't have to put it. The story is captivating. There are plentiful of good reasons why a player will stay around for a game. Wait, what is that? Wait. There are similarly also bad reasons for why a player will stay around for a game. You should be very familiar with the concept of dailies and weeklies, stamina systems, and sometimes games will even give you just a ton of notifications to collect as a form of retention. A concept more subtle that sometimes games will use is something I call the artificial grind. These are essentially designed to keep a player stuck in the game rather than you yielding the result you want. You want to do damage? Well, good luck with that. You want a cool move? Later on. Wow, I can't wait to see the fruits of my labor. You just grinded hard for that RNG drop? Well, now you have to wait. Think of them like purposely placed time fillers that players essentially have to sink in. MMOs are pretty notorious for their somewhat self-contained concept of the system. You want to play a class? Well, you're going to need X level character before you can do that. Oh, and of course, if you are planning on playing an MMO, you'll likely need to purchase expansions or some sort of subscription fee. Grind to level X before you experience the real game. Oh, the content is the raids. Where are the raids? At the end of the game. Let's say you get to the end of the game and you want to do the newly dropped content. Guess what? Up your power level before you can do the content. We get to a point where some game systems designed for player retention feel like another 9 to 5, expecting players to sink in egregious amounts of time. This can lead to the main time sink of the game to feel really superficial. Just some things I want to add on to this, but I don't know where to put them, so I'm just going to info dump here. Something about FOMO here, anything to do with battle passes, limited time events, things that go away after a set amount of time, which, by the way, leads you to think it's optimal to be playing now. Cosmetics, if done poorly, can also be a driving point for players to leave. Joe, that's why I hired you, man. God damn it, you're getting promoted. RNG systems like drops, even metas for some. Why play the game if the state of the game is terrible? Keep in mind, all of these can be good or bad, as they are subjective. Maybe you do enjoy the grind, and that payout is worth it after waiting 3 days for your Warframe. Maybe you're like me, and you despise every time you get into an MMO with a bunch of friends, only to find out that partying up and grinding together is actually a net negative to EXP gain. What? Maybe you love the progressive feel of getting stronger in an MMO as you level up and earn new abilities. Or maybe you're like me and you absolutely love the RNG within the RNG within the RNG. Whatever the case is, this to me at least, generally, games should be encouraging healthy, good player retention over what is to me heavily incentivization through superficial means. The last part I want to talk about that wraps up the question nicely, a bit more abstract, but the reason why you might not be playing a game is honestly time. To put it in perspective, consider the games that came out this year: Armored Core 6, Baldur's Gate 3, RE4, Tears of the Kingdom, SF6, and numerous other titles that I'm sure people have heard of, are playing, or are considering. These are huge games, and they all ask for a lot of time investment. It's very likely you're only going to be playing one of these games at a time. Even if there are other extraordinary games, maybe you've sunk in 100 or 1,000 hours into, they're likely to be sidelined. These include any game that also might come out this year that is on a smaller scale compared to these biggins. Now, this is not the fault of these games though, rather I think this is a product of an entirely different problem, where we as the player only have so much time to spend freely, and that means so much of it can realistically go into things. This leads us to focus on what we see as more valued time investments, so to say. This is something I consider an answer to why so many people have an insane amount of Steam games in their library, but haven't finished like 90% of them, or played half, maybe even less than half of them. But I digress. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below with your cool gamer opinions. And if you're interested, I stream every weekday at 11 a.m. PST, right here on the YouTubes. Come challenge me and tell me my opinions are bad. I'll debunk it live.